Morning, everyone. Welcome to our Mindful Drop for this week. It's Wednesday, the 29th of November, and we're in the middle of BOGO week. Well, no, not the middle. We're at the end of BOGO week, although some of us do wonder if there's going to be another BOGO tomorrow, a surprise BOGO, but we don't know. So I just thought I'd reflect on the BOGO box and chat about what's in it. We started our week with DDR Prime, which is an absolute firm favorite. It's the oil of transformation, and that's because it transforms cells that are DNA damaged, and it repairs them. And so it's a profoundly repairing oil. It's so good. So as I said, for damaged DNA repair, so anything where there's been damage to your DNA, even things like autism, cancers, autoimmune conditions, this oil is wonderful for that. 2 to 4 drops at the bottom of the feet and the spine, morning and night. Thyroid, if you've got damaged thyroid, applying diluted over the thyroid or to the thyroid reflex points, or taking 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. Smoking addiction, rubbing on the bottom of the big toe. Immune support, 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. Antioxidant support, also 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. Liver detox, also transforming the cells of a damaged liver, rubbing over the liver or the reflex points, taking 1 to 2 drops in a capsule. Rheumatoid arthritis, also massaging diluted over the affected areas. So we actually take DDR Prime in a little capsule every morning. I make up a mixture that's got yarrow pom, DDR Prime, turmeric, pink pepper, a few other oils, and that's what I put in our capsule every morning so that we have this dose. So it's an incredible oil. It was last week, and we got it yak wood free. So I've never used yak wood. It's the oil of self-discovery. Ellen, my aunt, got it from convention last year, and she says it's one of her favorite oils. It's a lovely woody smell without being too heavy. It's wonderful for skin and nails, massaging diluted over the cuticles, and to the skin and to skin irritations. It's great for stress and anxiety, applying around the temples, and it's good for brain fog and brain function and memory, also around the temples and the base of your brain. So you get the side benefits. We always talk about the oils having side benefits of stress and anxiety and clearing brain fog and memory by using it here. It's also great for congestion. You can use it on your chest, and arthritis, adding 5 to 10 drops, in a bath, or massaging diluted over the affected area. So if you're using it in a bath, I always use it with Epsom salts. In fact, I have a big jar full of Epsom salts, and every time I finish an oil, I open the capsule, I open the stopper, and I put them all in there, and it permeates into the Epsom salts. And then when it's time to bath, I just take a couple of handfuls out and scoop up some of those bottles and tops and things and put them in the bath. It's a good way of cleaning them and getting maximum use and benefit out of them. But you can also then add specific drops like the Scotia wood. So that's that one lovely BOGO. Then we had on Sunday, we had peppermint and eucalyptus. If you buy peppermint, you get eucalyptus free. So these are all still available in the BOGO box. So peppermint is the oil of the buoyant heart. So let me just pin myself. I've got people coming in. So peppermint is the oil of the buoyant heart. It's a wonderful oil for headaches and migraines, massaging it onto the temple and the base of the skull. For a digestive upset, 1 to 2 drops in water or directly over the stomach and into the belly button. For asthma and coughs, a couple of drops on the chest, also a little bit of carrier oil, or you can use it neat, but I wouldn't use it neat regularly. And over the lung reflex points. We always like to include the reflexology points because they're such powerful points. Also diffusing, it helps to clear up chest stuff and coughs. Bad breath, you can literally just open your bottle, sort of swipe your finger across and then dab it onto your tongue or lick your tongue. Low energy and mental fog, also a little bit in water, put it in your water bottle or diffusing it, or use a little bit of a a cupped hand inhaler, massaging behind your neck and shoulders. I did that yesterday with friends, and it was such a hot, sticky day, and we all felt so much better afterwards. Muscle and joint pain, applying to the affected areas. It's great also for deep muscle stiffness, after exercise stiffness. So putting a little bit of carrier oil, like coconut oil, a few drops of peppermint, and rubbing it on your legs or arms. It's almost our equivalent of a cold bath. It does that same sort of stimulatory effect. And then for fevers, applying a few drops to the back of the neck. And then eucalyptus is the oil of wellness. And I've got a few eucalyptuses, and I've decided to take them on holiday with us and to put one in each bathroom. And I'm going to put a little sticker there and encourage our guests to put a couple of drops. You just put them on the shower floor and before you have a shower. And then when you shower, you're in this big diffuser, and it's so wonderful and so uplifting. And it just makes you feel well, and such a nice thing to do on holiday, and such a nice treat for them. So it's really good for congestion and coughs, applying a few drops diluted to the chest or diffusing. You could use it with the peppermint as well. Also respiratory support, the same. Again, you can do it cupped hands. Again, you can use it on its own or with the peppermint. Also great for mental fatigue, very similar properties. So nice on the shower, it just really wakes you up. And then for menstrual cramps as well, putting a little bit on your lower abdomen. So that's the oil of wellness, which is eucalyptus. Then our next BOGO was our very exciting On Guard soft gels and our Breathe. And we got the Breathe for free. And so the On Guard soft gels, On Guard is the oil of protection. And the soft gels are just so convenient. They're these little capsules that one can easily take. Dom did a little video describing how to give it to younger kids, sort of 6-year-old and over, to get them to swallow it very easily. I encourage you to watch it. It's like a 2-minute video. If you've got even younger kids, you can always just cut open the capsule and apply it up and down their spine and over their glands, under their feet. But for anyone over 6, it's brilliant to just take one either prophylactically every day or twice a day to stop you getting sick. Depends how depleted your immune system is and how often you normally get sick. Or you can take it reactively. So if you're starting to feel something, I would take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, or even 1 or 2, sort of 3 times a day, because you really want to try and boost your immune system up front. Don't wait till this virus really takes hold. So it's great as a holiday and weekend away must-have, it's so convenient, so easy. And I say it's also a boarding school must-have. All our kids have this, so that when they're starting to get sick, I can tell them to use this straight away. In cold and flu season, I tell them just to be taking it regularly. It really has helped them a lot. In fact, our William was just saying that he hasn't been to the SAN once, and that's in grade 8 at boarding school at Michael House, which is quite unique because a lot of the boys have spent quite a lot of time there. Adults, we also take 1 to 2 soft gels morning and evening. Proactive immunity, and which I've talked about. So it's really, it's such a great one. And I'm now in my practice treating quite a lot of youngsters who've got really suppressed immune systems from things like glandular fever, spider bites, high toxic load, various things like this. And this is absolutely one of the go-tos. I do LLV as a foundation, and then this and Copaiba soft gels to really build their immune system and detox their livers and their kidneys. The next one, which was yesterday, was Serenity and lavender. If you bought a Serenity, you get a free lavender, which are firm favorites, as was shown by the uptake on our groups. So Serenity is the oil of tranquility. It's so helpful. We all know it as a sleep one for sleep issues. Applying 1 to 2 drops diluted to the temples and the bottoms of the feet, and diffusing. Again, our William has a Serenity roller. He's had this for years. I actually put Serenity and vetiver in it, and he just loves the vetiver. And vetiver is a focus oil, but it's also great for calming and grounding our energy. So he has that, and he uses it every night, about every 6 weeks, maybe it's longer than that. Each term he comes home from boarding and asks me to top it up. So I said to him, what do the boys in your dorm think about your oils? He says, no, they tell me I smell like a curry shop. But then they also ask to use my sleep oils sometimes. So it's for sleep issues, for stress and anxiety, using it on pulse points. So I just think it helps him takes the edge off his stress. It's great for ADD and ADHD because it helps to calm the mind. So it's an oil of tranquility. So also applying diluted, exactly the same as you do for sleep, and for stress, you do it for ADHD. It's great for itchy and irritated skin. It soothes. So applying diluted to the area. For anger and restlessness, again. So all these things that often are in combination. And then for hormone balance and moods, applying to pulse points. So it's great for the young women in our life too, to help them sleep, to take the edge of their stress, to really help to calm and ground them, and to use for hormone issues. And for the older women in our lives, we all need a bit of serenity and tranquility. Lavender is the oil of care and compassion. Calm and communication. So lavender is great for stress and anxiety, a couple of drops to temples, same as serenity. It's great for sleep, very similar to serenity. Of course, there is lavender in serenity. Serenity is just charged with other oils too. It's great for skin scrapes, cuts, and burns. So putting it neat into wounds. If you have a nasty gash, a nasty wound, dropping a few drops directly into the wound, and do it every few hours. Again, the more you do it up front, the quicker it heals and the quicker your body recovers. So it's amazing for that. Neat onto burns. We had a lovely testimonial in our group, a lady, Shannon, who's a chef, and she has multiple kitchens. She has got wonderful catering businesses, and she says she's got a bottle of lavender next to every oven and stove because it's so powerful. She's not come across anything that works as well with burns. And she talked about her own testimonial where she'd burnt her hand so badly, and she really thought like her skin was going to be stuck to the pan, and she put the lavender on neat and applied it every few minutes even, and how it recovered so well. She also, in her testimonial or her share, talked about using lavender, 2 to 3 drops of lavender in a capsule 3 times a day in times when we're feeling overwhelmed and very stressed, and how it's such a calming. It was a really helpful oil for her in these times of high intensity and stress. And of course, with lavender, it's not a hot oil, so you could just put 2 to 3 drops in a little bit of water and drink it like that if you don't mind the taste. And then it's good for allergies and hay fever, putting a drop under the tongue for 30 seconds and then swallowing with water, adding neat to bee stings. We use it in combination with our allergy mix, which is lavender, peppermint, and lemon. We like to use those in combination together, but just even lavender on its own can help. And it's great for headaches and head tension, applying to temples in the base of the skull. And I often add it to my deep blue rollers because it often will help with the pain when someone's got an injury. So that's those two. Today is wonderful too, are citrus bloom and citrus bliss. Citrus bloom is the oil of new beginnings. So it's one of my favorite oils to smell. I've always got a citrus bloom roller in my bag. It's like a perfume that I love to wear. I love to diffuse it as well. I've got it in one of that little I forget, it's not, is a pebble diffuser, the one that's picks up sensation movement. So it's a really great for calming energy. It's got citrus oils and sort of lavender and calming oils. So it kind of calms and uplifts. Remember, citrus oils uplift. And so it's a calming energy diluted to the bottoms of the feet and massaged into the back of the neck. Again, just worn as a perfume. I often put it through my hair. It's good for emotional stability, 1 to 2 drops to the palms like that, and breathing in deeply. It's great for helping with sleep, putting it in a diffuser. It's great for anxiety. It's great for nervous feelings. Again, all of this, anxiety, stress, sleep, calming, and it's great for PMS and cramps, massaging onto the lower abdomen. So it's such a wonderful gift to the young women in our lives. You might want to even pair it with a little diffuser, because you can send them off to boarding school or varsity or in their homes or even in their rooms, and they can use it for feeling good, feeling calm, menstrual cramps, so much. And they can make a roller to use it as their natural perfume, decreasing their toxic load, and it just makes you feel so good. And then citrus bliss, which is the oil of creativity. This is a far more sort of sharp citrus and vanilla kind of fragrance. It's very beautiful, and it's the oil of creativity. So it's a great one to diffuse when you're working. You can combine it with peppermint or something like that if you wanted as well. So it's good for lack of creativity, a few drops, inhaling, and so you feel inspired with your work. It's great for low energy, again, when you feel lack of energy, lack of creativity. It's great for uplifting, good for low mood, stress, anxious feelings, again, like dropping into hands, inhaling, diffusing, rubbing behind the neck and shoulders. It's also great for lymphatic drainage, because remember that citrus oils break things down. So putting it on our lymphatic points, and I did a great little video on lymphatic drainage. As a physio, I've become more and more convinced that so many of our issues are, so the chronic illness, the recurring illnesses, and then also that stagnancy that many of us as women feel stem from lymphatic drainage. And it's almost like our pores, our glands have been clogged, like a bit like hair clogs up a drain, and we really need to pump them to get this moving through. And it works even better when we put a little bit of citrus oil, can add a bit of castor oil to that as well, or just even normal carrier oil, putting it. And in my little video, I show how you do little circular rubbing and pumping. You definitely want to add the pumping because it's a little bit like plunging a drain. And then we can dry body brush. This is a great one also for dry body brushing, stimulating the drainage of your system. So the main lymphatic points would be here, your underarms, here, groin, sacroiliac, over your sacroiliac joints, and your sacrum, backs of your knees. That's a huge one for us because we sit so often, so much. So unclogging the backs of the knees and in our groins. I really think it's such a practice we should all get into, and then doing the skin brushing and the drainage. And then lovely for laundry, adding either of these to our laundry. So I use a natural laundry detergent. I love doTERRA's when they've got it. I otherwise use triple orange, and you scoop it out and put it in. And then I add vinegar with a few drops of citrus bloom or citrus bliss or tangerine or any of those sorts of oils so in the softener, fabric softener area, I just add vinegar and some drops of those, and it's amazing, and the laundry smells amazing afterwards. So if you get the whole box, and the box is still available, they have less than they don't have that many left, so get it today. And if you do get it, you get a free spa hand and body lotion, which is an unfragranced one, so you can add your citrus bloom or citrus bliss as you're using it. So those, you can use those on your body as well. Yeah, and then if you've ordered already daily BOGOs and you think you'd rather swap now to the BOGO box, just let us know. We can sell on those other BOGOs. There's still so many people kind of missed out each day, and we can get you a BOGO box. So I hope this is helpful and informative. And when your oils come, I hope you'll watch this again and really be inspired as to how to use them. Thank you so much, and have a happy day.